No, no, not at all. Our constitution is clear on that. There is no way that anybody can expropriate any land in Namibia without compensation. That's also not right. But the fact of the matter is that we need a proper land reform policy. The government, what happened up to now is a disaster. The people who lost the land did not get farms, and it is obvious that SWAPO, all the SWAPO elite, their friends and their families are the ones who got the land, especially those who did not lose land. And I was quite surprised at the land conference when it was quite obvious that the government is very worried about ancestral land. Now, if you speak to the people who lost land, the demands is so fair that the government should just listen to them. And this is what we want to do but we are absolutely in favor of land distribution, but then it must be done in a correct way so that the people who lost land get the land, and also that we don't get farms that is becoming unproductive because as the situation now, that people use it for weekend farms, they don't farm properly because they are not farmers. This is just something that they can show off with their Toyota bakkies, and then they go to the farm every weekend. And that must stop because it's hurting. And another issue that need to be addressed is the question of national reconciliation. I will address the issue of Swati from Kufut war veterans in my speech. I think the SWAPO government is acting unconstitutionally by not recognizing those people as war veterans. It is absolute discrimination, and we just can't accept it. I mean, if you reconcile, then you reconcile. And this is what they should learn from Paul Kagame, from Rwanda, how to reconcile people and to make everybody work for the benefit of the country, because this is not what's happening in the country at the moment. What we need to do is we need to organize not only the Republican Party, but to organize the opposition, that we can start to make an impact and be able to keep SWAPO accountable for what is going on in the country. We all know that Namibia is in serious trouble. And I've been talking to the other opposition parties for quite some time now, and unfortunately, for whatever their reasons, they were not willing this time around to work together. But and then the other issue that was very important is that we wanted to go to court to stop the ECN using EVMs, the electronic voting machines. 14 parties indicated that they were happy to support us in that, and then they just disappeared. And in the end, it was only us, the RDP, the WRP and SWANU, who agreed, but obviously we didn't have the funds between us, so we had to let it go. And the worry is that we know that all the elections since independence, and even including the one with independence, was rigged. We know that. And we just do not trust the EVMs. We cannot understand, if we want to have credible elections in this country, and if we want all the people to be happy, why do we have to stick to the EVMs where we have no paper trail? There is no way that we can lodge any complaints after the election, because there's nothing that we can go on. I think the Republican Party has shown itself as a party with integrity. We don't waste our time with petty nonsense and petty politics. We stick to the facts. And then we were also fortunate to make contact with some other communities in Namibia. The main thing is make us strong, and we will make you strong. The more people vote for us, the more clout we hope to have. The key issue is obviously is economy, and the fact that the government has failed to bring about development. If you look at what's going on in the Kavango region, where that lies barren, with the green scheme projects that we have, that is a total disaster. That can be done, and it can be done very easily. Mm-hmm. So we hope, and this is what I've been doing over the past years, is not necessarily to talk in public and to newspapers and the radios to try and shine, but where I speak to ministers and to deputy ministers.